Hey, my name is Kat. I'm a psychic medium and tarot reader. This is Cat's Eye Oracle. I've been hearing the Jeopardy song all day, like the theme song for Jeopardy, the do 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 do. And I was being guided to come on and talk about it, so I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to call in spirit, holy angels, benevolent guides, and benevolent ancestors to please assist us with this reading. I'm also going to ask that my ego sit as a silent observer for the duration of this reading so that I can get the messages directly from spirit. I can't tell if this is like bad vibes. I don't think it's bad vibes. I just think it's like this suspenseful energy. Get it? It's like you're in a waiting room of some kind. Like you're sitting in a waiting room and you're like, what's going on? Like, when's the ball gonna drop, or when's the hammer gonna drop, or when's it gonna happen? You may even have an idea of what it is that's going to happen, or you may not. You may feel like, I just know something's coming. I know I get that feeling a lot. Something's coming. So let's get into it. What's coming? What's coming down the pike for the collective? What is this suspenseful energy, and what's coming down the pike, please? So immediately in this deck it's called the Shaman, but it's the Magician reversed, and Queen of Cups came out, so that's our overall energy here. Magician reversed, I'm getting like lack of focus, lack of like, I'm hearing lock in, but something, you're like not focusing on something, or like maybe avoiding emotions of some kind with the Queen of Cups. Avoiding soft feelings is what I heard. Oh, as I was saying that, the Devil came out, but look at that. That's like there's like this really intense, like, same with this. This is the Tower card, but these both came out in the spread, but I'll share the spread in a second. But it's just very much like, I'm intense, don't mess with me, kind of face that I'm seeing. Okay, and the King of Cups came out as well. I heard you're upgrading. You're upgrading from Queen of Cups to King of Cups. So you've mastered some sort of emotional world. Hearing emotional intimacy. Maybe you become more emotionally intimate with yourself. You become more emotionally intimate with your surroundings, more aware, and not just from like an intuition perspective, because Queen of Cups is more the intuition. I feel like you kind of had that on lock. Maybe that's your normal energy. I don't know if you know what your energy is when you come up in the cards, but Queen of Cups, and now you're in this like King of Cups energy. So the spread is the Tower, Six of Swords reversed, Four of Wands reversed, the Universe in the middle, which is the world, the Devil, Seven of Cups reversed, and King of Cups. So with this Seven of Cups reversed, I'm getting you didn't get something you want, or I'm hearing you didn't have an option. You didn't have choices. You didn't get the choices that you thought you were going to get. So maybe that's the waiting energy of like, I'm hearing like applying to jobs. Like you thought you were going to have a bunch of different job options, or you thought you were going to have a bunch of different, friend options or romantic options, and you just did not see that come through, and you're unhappy about it. You've been sitting in this like cruddy emotional energy, and that has caused a level up here with the Universe and the King of Cups. Like you've leveled up from this Queen of Cups to this King of Cups energy. And I'm also, this is on the bottom of the deck, but this was poking out. This is the Ace of Swords reversed. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed right here. So that you were lacking understanding that you weren't working on the emotional pieces that you thought you were or that you were supposed to. I'm also getting like delay energy. Like there's heavy delay here. And I'm being drawn to this tower. It's like you've known this tower is coming. Like there is this tower. You just know. Maybe you don't know exactly what it is, or you're like, you have an idea. I'm hearing you dreamt about it, or you could have been dreaming about something. I just heard or someone specific. Yeah, but there's like with this Ace of Swords reversed and this Magician reversed, it's like, it's giving like, I'm not really understanding the assignment. Like I'm not focusing on what I'm supposed to be focusing on. I'm not clear about what I'm manifesting. That's what it's giving. Okay. So you've upgraded. I mean, that's a really good sign. This devil energy, again, sitting with crappy energy, sitting with like stagnancy and lack of foundation. Like maybe you really worked on your emotional foundation here. But what, I mean, you just like all these cups in reverse, you had to sit with that energy to upgrade to this King of Cups energy. But there was like a lack of understanding, like you didn't really know what was going on. Like there may have been delays, or like I'm hearing sludge may have gone sludgier and slower than molasses here, whatever it was that you were waiting for. Maybe you know that you closed a cycle, or you know that like, ooh, I just put this one up, but I meant to put this one up. You've like improved your foundation massively is what I'm getting. Like there's this, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like a house foundation. It's like cracked. And it's almost like you didn't realize that you had to pull up the entire house foundation and start over from scratch. And that's what you did. And in the process, like you've managed to like figure it out. And, you know, there, so with the house, in my mind's eye, you could have moved or moved houses, moved locations. I'm also getting like move timelines. Like there was some massive healing, massive shadow that had to be healed here with the devil. Like big, heavy things, big karmic cycles, big, I feel like a lot of that's past because this energy doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like unhappy or heavy or challenging anymore. But there's almost like this sense of tapping your toes, or like, what comes next? Like, I know something's done. Like, where's the... It's almost like there's been this waiting period, or like you've been sitting in a waiting room. Can you tell me more about this energy, please? That's a lot of cards, Spirit. Okay, this is what it is. They were waiting for you. Your spirit team was waiting for you, because I saw the Three of Cups. Your spirit team was waiting for you to take the reins and walk away from something that wasn't working, a collaboration that wasn't working, friendships I'm getting, partners. You were being called and you didn't know. You were being called to make a shift in your life and you didn't know. Like you just weren't aware. That's what that like Ace of Swords reversed, Magician reversed. It was giving like you didn't know. Like you weren't, I'm hearing you weren't like you weren't at the level of consciousness that you needed to be at, or you weren't like, you just weren't getting it. It wasn't clicking that like this is the missing piece, was to drop this connection or drop this person, or like get away from, I'm hearing manipulators, getting away from people that don't take responsibility for their actions, for what they're doing, for how they, treat you, whatever. But now you know, because that's how I set it down. So now you're aware. You've gotten out of this like cruddy situation with whoever this person or these people. I'm getting it could be more than one person, because with this Three of Pentacles, it's like a group of people, like a friend group, a work environment. And I feel like you were like, oh, I can make this work. Like in the back of your mind, you were like, this is not amazing. I feel like on some level you already knew that it wasn't amazing. You were being called to walk away from it, whatever it was. There was more than, this was a group. This was not like a partner, or this was like a group of people, or maybe a partner that was involved with a group of people. I'm hearing a coven. I don't given that this came out, I mean, it's possible that it was a coven. The Three of Wands, again, with that like group energy, with the three ships, like threes. I don't know if this was a partner that was involved with other people, or a friend group, or a I'm getting coven. I'm looking at this like trees and like getting witches out in the moonlight, like dancing around flames. Like that's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, I don't usually draw those conclusions, and I hesitate to do that because I feel like a lot of people go immediately to that witchcraft, and I prefer to read from a very grounded perspective, as opposed to like dramatization of like energy. Because so I'm being called to explain my stance on on witchcraft, and my understanding of energy, which I have probably a better understanding of energy than your average person. So what people don't realize is that what they speak and what they say out loud is a form of witchcraft. So when your neighbor talks poorly about your other neighbor, when your mom is, talking rudely about your grandma, like that is all black magic. Like, it is not that black and white. However, wishing bad upon someone, talking bad about someone, is putting that energy out into the universe as a form of witchcraft. Again, not that black and white, but that is how, from a karma perspective, that is how that works. You're putting energy out there that is negative towards another human being. Witchcraft, black magic. So that's why it's like when these things come up, I'm like, okay, it's magic, but like it could just be someone talking shit behind your back, like, but with this coven energy, it's more like maybe it was a group of people talking behind your back poorly about you. There are people that know how to use the elements and use different conduits and things to perform rituals, which is a little bit more intense than just talking your average shit. But it's all in the power that you give it. So if you don't give it power over you and power over your mind and your mindset, then there's really nothing to be afraid of. That's my stance on witchcraft, and a little bit more about my understanding of it, so that you can get an idea of why I hesitate to talk about witchcraft. It's not as dramatic as it seems. It's, you know, your everyday, like when you talk good about someone, that's white magic. You know, it's like, it's, and again, it's not that black and white, black magic, white magic. It's, there's a lot more gray area, I think, than people realize. But from a karmic perspective and from an explaining it perspective, that's why I will always hesitate to be like witchcraft. You've been in this waiting room for a long time. The Knight of Pentacles. There's been, maybe this has taken a lot out of you. Like I'm seeing, like with this pentacle and like all the rays of sun, it's almost like he's expelling his energy onto the world. Like there's also these deer are like new beginnings. I'm also getting innocence. Like it's almost like you innocently were giving your energy to this. Like maybe you didn't realize that it was not for you, or holding you back is what I'm hearing. You've been waiting for your Ten of Pentacles, something really, really important to you, or something that you've really wished for a long time. I'm seeing a treasure chest in my mind's eye, like the treasure chest, like X marks the spot, and you're like, do, 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 do. It's like, you know it's coming, or you have an idea, and you're like, is this going to be it? When is it going to happen? Delayed new opportunity, delayed start. Aces are like fresh energy, new start, beginning of the deck, like, but this was delayed with this pentacle, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm also being drawn to the green energy. I'm hearing matters of the heart. Matters of the heart. Like you had heart healing to do, like there was some sort of heart healing that had to take place that delayed this. Maybe some circumstances happened that caused, I'm hearing a lot of damage to your heart chakra, that you were forced to cut a lot of people off, and so these are snowdrops. I have snowdrops tattooed on my arms, actually, or on my left arm. But this is the flower for January. That's why it's tattooed on my arm. And then the butterflies here, it's giving fresh energy. It's giving like long battle. She just cut some bitches out of her life, and now there's like this beautiful fresh spring butterflies, like, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so tired. Like that's what it's giving. Clarity. I also heard clarity. Swords are like decisive, clear energy, communication, like very, like lots of clarity here about, I'm hearing about what happened and why it happened. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. I'm getting like equal reciprocation. Like you give someone your cup, they give you their cup, you fill each other's cups. This is about reciprocation, equal reciprocation. Whoever this friend group or situation or whatever this was, like it wasn't equal reciprocation. And this balance, this reciprocation was the key, or is the key to unlocking that Ten of Pentacles, is what I'm getting. That's cool. Let's get like one more final card from Spirit to like close it out. A delayed victory with the Six of Wands reversed and the Moon reversed, about to be revealed. That's pretty cool. Well, congratulations on your clarity and your victory that is delayed. Suspension energy, like when's it gonna happen? When's my victory coming in? When's my balance gonna bring in the Ten of Pentacles that I desire kind of energy? Yeah, that's awesome.